Okay, hey guys, back for part two. So I kept telling him, I said, I feel funny, like I don't feel normal. He was like, everything, you okay, you okay? So I was sitting there, I was like, I just need to relax on it. I kept doing it. I said, I never did drugs, smoke weed, nothing, pills, nothing, nothing. So I was like, I just feel funny, honey. He was like, it's okay, you just need to rest. I'm like, okay. I was sitting on the couch watching TV. It's just like the television, the people on the television were talking to me. I jumped up. I said, ah! My husband looked at me. He said, what the fuck? I said, if you leave me with them, because he had to go to work that night, that evening. I said, I'm going to kill them. He was like, what? I was in tears. I said, I'm going to kill them. He was like, what? I, I, it was like I was out of my body. He ended up taking me to the hospital. He took me to Baptist. They did all kind of tests on me, blood work. They said, oh, okay, she got a little angel dust in her. They said, but she gonna be fine. It went in and came right back out. She, it's fine. He said, she don't do drugs. They was like, huh? He said, she don't do drugs. So they gave me, I don't even remember what they did. I know they gave me a lot of IV fluids and stuff. And they felt like I was going to be okay. But I wasn't. I got to the point I was so freaking paranoid. I couldn't sleep. I stopped school. I tried to go back. And it just, I couldn't. Tried to press charger. No proof. Couldn't. Nothing. I couldn't do nothing. My word against theirs. And it's just like, man, I had got to a point I was so paranoid of being at home by myself with the kids. And then I didn't like going nowhere. I had stopped liking going somewhere. So they said I was gonna be fine. I probably stayed like dead, like sick, like years, like over 10 years. I still get some things like it's like I get something like I don't know what you like. I don't trust people. I don't eat from people's house. I don't drink from people's house. I don't use people's restroom. I got a bad habit checking stuff, double checking stuff. Um, that made me started having panic attacks. I had never had a panic attack before. So that made me start having a panic attack. I stayed sick so long. My husband, I used to get up in the middle of the night and cut his tires to keep him from going to work to leave me with the kids. And my little brothers, they used to come over there trying to help me. So sweet. But I didn't have nobody else to come over there and help. You would think, dog, she done did for me. Let me help him with her. So I had stayed sick so long. My husband took a leave of absence from his job. And he said, I remember he said, he took like 6 months from his job. And we were, it was on him paying bills and stuff. So he told me, he said, honey, I got to go back to work. I said, I know. I wouldn't even eat unless I watch him cook. It was in my head that he was poisoning me. Then he would have to eat the food first. The kids would have to eat the food first. I would have to watch the clock, wait an hour, and see they're gonna get sick, and then I'd eat it. So he told me, he said, I gotta I got to go back to work. I said, I know. I said, that man had 2 jobs. That man used to take us with him to his second job was a security. Take us with him. Because, again, he couldn't leave me with the kids. And I didn't trust myself because I didn't know what I was going to do and I didn't want to hurt them. He working security his second job. We used to sleep in the car outside the hotel he was securing it. Just because I couldn't stay at home with them by myself. I'm not lying. Ask my kids. Ask him. And, you know, just crazy. I never just get back right. He told me again he had to go back to work. I said, I understand. But he said, I'm going to have to put you in a mental hospital. I looked at him. I said, you do. He was sad. Like, he was like, he really loved me then. He was like, yeah. He said, I can't, watch you and watch them and, go to the jobs and stuff. I said, when you going to put me there? He said, soon. I asked that man, can you take me to church Sunday? He said, you want to go to church? I said, yeah. He said, we'll go to church. Went to church. I never had to go to a mental hospital. I got real into church. I still would curse though. But I got real into church. I kept myself busy. I just kept myself busy. I started little stuff like had my girls doing cheerleading and I was over it or a part of something. It's like I had to keep my mind busy or I would slip. I tried to see a therapist. It didn't work. But, like, I used to be real big on God, but after what happened to my brother, no. But I always say I thank God then for, covering me then and saving my mind. But you have to be careful with these, friends or people, just people evil. They'll do things to you. Like, that girl didn't even know me. Like, I didn't even know that girl. That girl didn't know me. We didn't even know each other. They my sister. We didn't even know each other. And for her to do something like that, it was crazy. Y'all be safe out there. Love you.